Hi people. What's with all these people getting shot lately? If you go back, probably over the last 10 years, I suppose, but it seems to be getting more and more every other year. People getting shot with handguns. You know, we were supposed to have handled all our weapons in after Port Arthur, with that idiot Bryant killed a heap of people. The firearm buyback, hand in all your weapons. There seems to be more handguns, more illegal weapons in the country now than there ever was before. But anybody that's got a bit of nous would realise that anyway. But these people that are getting shot, well, this recent two, within a 24-hour period, apparently you're supposed to be related to each other. Well, who knows? Is that gang related, drug related? Most of it is gang related and drug related. Criminal activity. I think it's about time that we legalised all illicit drugs in this country. Just made them legal. You want to go and take the shit? Well, take it. But take the money out of it. I mean, that's the way these people that's why they're pushing this stuff. We have a huge drug problem in Australia, right throughout Australia. Doesn't matter what state you're in. It is a huge, huge problem. We're only 22 million people. Now, how many adults are? You know, maybe say, I don't know, what, 17 million adults, or you know, anywhere from 18 up, I suppose. Whatever the percentage is. A small population, but we have a huge drug problem. Now, whether that's because the drug cartels or the people that are pushing the drugs here in Australia can get a really good price for them. I did hear one time that the Colombian cartels that took all the cocaine into America, to Miami back in the, well, whenever that was, the 70s and 80s, I suppose. I saw a report that they could get bigger dollars for it here in Australia. Now, so whether that's the fact that so many drugs are coming in, all these amphetamines that are coming in, I mean, every now and again the police or the customs manage to catch a shipment, but that's few and far between. I mean, how many shipments are getting in? There must be heaps of shipments getting in because, like I just mentioned, we have a huge drug problem here in Australia. Right across the board. Every kind of, doesn't matter what drug it is, just any kind of drug. I mean, it's just, the society these days, I don't know whether they know something different to what people my age know. You know, you've gone through life, you've had to work your guts out and try and get what you've got. But these people these days just don't seem to give a shit. They'd sooner have a job that they don't give a shit about, that is go there to earn some money to live, and just take heaps of drugs, drink heaps of bloody alcohol, and just party all the time. Don't give a shit about anything. In the whole society, but this is, you know, when I talk about this one world power, this one world government, the people that are running everything in the world, this is all part of their play. You know, just cause a society that doesn't give a shit about anything. And that's what's happening to our society, the next generation. Not everybody, but more and more people every day. Young kids drinking alcohol. 12, 13-year-olds taking drugs. Young girls prostituting themselves at an earlier age. But every now and again you see you see on the news in different countries, and even I think I've actually heard it mentioned here before about the age of consent. Currently it's at 16. I have heard suggestions that it could be dropped to 14. Now where's that coming from? It's coming from this one world power, this one world government. Lower the age of consent for sex. Let all these young people take drugs, drink alcohol, just to fuck them all up. So by the time they become supposedly responsible adults, their brains will be rooted. This is their agenda. The sooner people were younger than me, in their 40s and 50s, start to wake up and realise that this is what's happening right here in Australia, right here today, and possibly maybe able to do something about it, the better it'll be for everybody. I mean, these gangs, these criminal elements in our society that push drugs, prostitute young girls, and anything else illegal. You know, all these stolen cars that get chopped up and resold, house burglaries, whatever. It's all drug related, criminal gangs. Our society is getting more rooted every day. I've been on about our legal system, our judges, our police. Their hands are tied. They're not allowed to, the judges in particular, are not allowed to sentence some of these people that turn up to court week after week, basically for the same offences, whether it's stealing or drug related. They get a smack on the hand and sent home. They're not allowed to give them jail time, because they're told not to. This is the system. Just break the system down, break society down. And that's what's happening with all these drugs, these shootings. You know, how many people have got handguns in Australia, or automatic weapons? Black market stuff. Heaps. Never ending story. It's just a whole breakdown of society. And that's their main aim, is just break everything down. So all these drugs that are coming into Australia, obviously it's pretty easy to get them in here, because the problem is huge. It's rampant everywhere. I mean, Christ, the town that I live in, I have some sons that are in their 20s, mid-20s, and you know, they tell me. They say you wouldn't believe the people who are popping pills or snorting shit, even in my town. And it's not a very big town. You know. And the reason is because there's money in it. Legalise the whole lot and take the fucking money out of it. Then people wouldn't be able, you know, they wouldn't push it because there's no fucking money in it. They wouldn't even import the shit here. The only reason they are is because they can get a good dollar for it. And get as many people hooked on the shit as possible. That's my bitch. Catch you.